Welcome to another episode of May Tha Queendom Come show, and today we are diving into a very hot topic. Our female artists empowered or over-sexualized for the benefit of the industry. Yo, if you already know, this is another episode of May Tha Queendom Come show, and indeed the queendom is here. Here is where we celebrate our women, especially in hip hop and R&B. We amplify their voices by showcasing their talent, their influences, their impact, the challenges they go through, and the wins they've had, and ways in which you can keep supporting them. Yes, I'm your girl Malkia Music, and I'm the host of this show. I'm happy to be here for another episode where we're going to be diving into a very interesting and controversial topic again. Are female artists, especially in hip hop and R&B, truly empowered, or are they over-sexualized for the profit of the industry? Are they truly empowered to embrace their sexuality, be themselves, sing about, reclaim their power as women, their feminism, or are they being over-sexualized so that the industry can profit from it? Because, making them fit a certain image, right? So we'll take a global lens on this one today, and look at are these women really reclaiming their bodies and stories, or are they being boxed into a profitable stereotype to fit a certain image that benefits the industry? Yeah. So in today's discussion, we'll explore the pressure, the choices, the image of women in hip hop and R&B, and really check if that image is really what they want to express, or are they being boxed into expressing it so that the industry can profit. Yeah. So we know that many women are told sex sells from early on into your career. For you to get visibility, you need to fit a certain image, fit a certain bill, look a certain way. Otherwise, ain't nobody gonna be giving you visibility. The industry often has often and still probably still rewards more skin. We've seen a lot of music videos, a lot of photo shoots, a lot of our women expressing themselves sexually, showing more skin, adorning this bad girl persona. And those are the ones that have traditionally gotten a lot of visibility. Obviously, we can't ignore the power of social media and online streaming. This has given our women the power to be independent and to really produce, works and arts and that are true to themselves and not necessarily have to fit a certain bill. But if you still want to really get like a commercial visibility, like be put on commercially, I feel like women are still forced to conform to a certain look, or look a certain way to be able to get that kind of visibility, right? I mean, Sawiti has spoken a lot about how women are constantly told to sell sex so that they can chart, they can get on the Billboard Hot 100s and all the other charts out there. Leave alone topping the charts, like just getting on them, right? So whatever you say in your music and how you look in your videos have a big role to play on you getting on them charts or you topping the charts, right? It gets down to some artists not wanting to collaborate with you because you don't fit the bill, right? So these are some of the issues that we are really diving into in this episode today, just to see if our women are really empowered, or are they over-sexualized for the benefit of the industry gatekeepers, right? So like, also, are our women really empowered, or are they, some of them are also being sexual or selling sex or trying to look a certain way so that they can actually sell their music, they can get more visibility. Yeah, so there's also that thin line. I mean, it's cool to like express yourself, and we definitely in this platform we are fighting for women to reclaim back their power, right? Um, Also, are we doing it intentionally to make more money? To be because that's what the industry, um, sells, right? So if you're selling sex and you're being showing more skin, definitely getting more deals or more visibility. Um, there's there's a thin line there. So I believe it comes down to choices. I believe you can get visibility without necessarily being sexual or being naked or in your videos, right? So in South Korea, artists like Jessie, they faced backlash for being too sexy. Um, but also they've gotten some praise for like pushing the boundaries, right? So I think it just depends on how you want to sell yourself. I think for me, it cuts both ways. I mean, we are reclaiming our power. We are being empowered to own our sexuality, and if we are profiting from it as well from that, then ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I think. But yeah, let me know what you think, man. Are our women empowered and they want to look this way and say these things and reclaim their power and their sexuality, or are they still fitting into the box or the industry, right? I mean, for me, it cuts both ways. Like I said, like as long if you're comfortable dressing this way and saying these things in your music, and at the end of the day, it gets you more visibility, more pay, and you get in them charts. It's all a win-win situation. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when it comes back to like reclaiming our sexuality, as artists like Nicki, CardiB, Megan the Stallion, Lato, and all the others, Glorilla, they've spoken about owning their sexuality as part of their feminist power, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that. These are people who will confidently sing about sex, be sexual in their videos, and it sells. It's a way for them to own their sexuality and be confident in that, and also it sells, right? So that's a win-win if you ask me. If you look at Sho Madjozi, from South Africa, she blends like her traditional Songa culture. She's from the Songa community or tribe, and she blends that culture with like bold and colorful self-expression without really conforming to the Western ideas of sexy. um so you have her videos will have, you can see like a lot of a culture, but also still being sexy and in her own way. And then if we talk about Tyler, for example, I think she conforms more to the Western ideas of sexy in the way she dresses in her videos and expresses herself. Um, and it's worked for her, you know, but she's really confident in expressing that. It doesn't feel like she's been boxed into it, right? So there's that those thin lines when we're having discussions around, is it really empowerment, or are we really boxed into that image, right? So if you look at the industry, a huge percentage, a small percentage of women are still like, whether artists. Let me just read the studies. Studies show that women make up only 21.6% of artists and 12.6% of songwriters in the top 100 Billboard songs, right? This is a very small number in this chart, and this is one of the biggest charts in the world. And to have like a small number of women compared to like all the women that are artists and songwriters or other things in the industry, it still shows that a lot more of our women are still not conforming to that image. Hence, the reason why the numbers are low when it comes to these charts. So, despite massive streaming numbers, many female artists still don't get recognized like that. They don't get the well-deserved festival billing. They don't get enough brand deals, or the brand deals don't pay as much as our men or the women that fit the image, right? So unless you fit a certain image or of the industry that the industry has created, you're still going to get less visibility, less pay, less recognition. And that's a big thing, because we have a lot of women, especially in these genres of hip-hop and R&B, that are doing big things, have done big things, but they just don't fit the image or the industry, right? And as much as we have so many female artists coming up right now, there's still only a number that are countable that have that commercial appeal or visibility, right? So is it empowerment or is it exploitation? Let me know in the comments what you think, man. Like, if you're a female, a woman, a female artist, if you're a woman in music and a woman in the industry, let me know your thoughts. Do you feel like you're empowered to express yourself the way you want, or feel sexy, or to sell sex in your music or in your art? Or are you just doing that to fit the bill, fit the image, that the industry has built out here? Yeah, so is wearing what you want and rapping about sex empowering? Or is it just playing into a box the industry has built? So these are conversations that are never ending. So let's keep exploring such topics and find out how we can support our women better, and how they can reclaim back their power better. Yeah, many people are now calling for, nuance, like wanting space for women like Rapsody, Cherawak, women like Mahalia, like women who don't always fit the sexualized norm, right? There's a lot of call for like lyrical skills now and versatility more than fitting a certain image. I guess the social media and online streaming has an impact on this. If I'm listening on Spotify, I'm definitely feeling the lyrical skills, right? I'm not seeing the visuals at that point. And a lot of music right now is being discovered on TikTok. So through challenges and through, streaming sites, and you listen first before you even see the video. Most people listen to a lot of music now without seeing a video. And so if you're all about selling sex in your music, and someone else is giving me like bars on bars, I'm probably gonna listen to the bars, right? So there's that paradigm shift that's happening. Yeah, man, as we close this chapter, this episode, I just want to say, at the end of the day, it's about choice. It's about, what you want to express, how you want to express it. But is it real choice if the industry only gives the mic to certain voices because of how they look or present themselves, right? So all I'm gonna say is let's keep pushing for balance. We need a whole lot of diversity and versatility, and letting women own every version of themselves, like without any expectations or boundaries or anything like that. Whether you're sexy, soft, strong, bold, let's own it, yeah? Yeah, so until the next time, it's been real. Let me know what you really think about this topic. um, let's have these conversations on our social media handles at Queendom, Women in Hip Hop and R&B, on our YouTube channel here at Queendom, Women in Hip Hop and R&B. And I'm your girl Malkia. If you want to catch up with me, do hit me up at Malkia Music on all the social media platforms. And of course, don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the WCW mix. And tomorrow we are gonna be featuring one of the baddest from Kenya. You better not miss that mix. Tune in and get to learn about all the amazing artists, female hip hop and R&B artists that are there around the world. Until next time, it's been real. Stay healthy, stay true to yourselves. Bye.